Have you ever spent a day at a farmer's market? For a lot of people, it's a great way to buy food directly from farms. It gives, the local economy a little bit of a boost. And hey, maybe it gives you something to do with your family and obviously some nice things to cook. Well, according to two San Diego State professors, if you visit one, you are essentially, wait for it, a racist. In a new book, they write, quote, farmers markets are often white spaces where the food consumption habits of white people are normalized, leading to social exclusion. So what are we supposed to make of this? Jono Caldwell is a Fox News political analyst, and Michael Starr Hopkins is a Democratic strategist who, by the way, may soon be running for Senate in New Jersey. I'll leave that till later. Yes? Yes? Happening?
Yeah, I think it's happening.
All right, all right. Well, let me start first with Jono. Farmers market. Now they're attacking farmers markets?
Yeah, I know. And honestly, I'm disgusted with white liberals who will label something racist that happens to be innocuous. I think it disenfranchised real racism that happened or has happened in our country that has impacted millions of folks, African Americans. We can talk about the '94 crime bill with Hillary Clinton. We can talk about Dodd-Frank, which marginalized black banks and disallowed folks to get mortgages, which was African Americans get their loans from community banks in high numbers. So we can talk about the very real things. This isn't one of those things. And I'm just really disgusted with this continuation of labeling things really distracting from the real issues that impact our country.
So leave it to these university professors, Michael, to come up with this one.
Yeah, I don't think this one's a helpful conversation topic. I think that we can talk about gentrification and how it's affecting urban cities, but to label, farmers markets as racist, I think it's just lazy and it does a disservice to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, look, farmers markets, I would also say, look, you see farmers markets perhaps more in more rural type communities as opposed to in urban, although they have a lot of them in New York City as well. It's once again, this sort of craziness coming out of academia. But it's not just academia, shall we say. It's also Washington, D.C., courtesy of Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. You saw her statement, right? This is the woman, of course, who got the United Airlines seat that it was supposed to be for another woman who had purchased that first-class seat. And the woman who purchased the seat, she got really mad because, of course, she saw somebody else had taken her seat, and she didn't know who she was. But anyway, she made kind of a little bit of a stink about it and became a big story. And Sheila Jackson Lee says, basically, this is racism. She's calling racism on this one. She said, since this was not any fault of mine, the way the individual continued to act appeared to be, upon reflection, because I was an African-American woman, seemingly an easy target with the African-American flight attendant. Huh? Jono? What? Like, it takes kind of a leap of faith to even understand or follow her logic here.
Yeah, I think Sheila Jackson Lee is doing a disservice to the Congressional Black Caucus, especially some of the issues that they need to work on and them losing continuous power. So I think that's certainly a disservice. I think that we've come to a place where they may call my shoes racist because the bottom of them happen to be black. So I'm walking on my shoes, and that could be considered racist. So that's problematic. I think this passenger, I would have complained to if U.S. Senator Michael Starr Hopkins took my first class
Got a nice ring to it.
I'm going to complain. I'm going to get on Twitter. I'm going to get on Twitter, and I'm going to discuss it. And I think that's what that passenger did.
Last word to you, Michael.
I'll just say in 2018, I really hope both sides, whether you're Democrat or Republican, we can choose our words carefully and be a lot more thoughtful because we need to have real conversations about race relations in this country.
Sounds like a campaign speech. All right. Good luck on it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Good to see you guys.